we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They keep it with Henry on first down. Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle. These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the JAGS coming out on top. So if they can find a way to win here in Indianapolis, they would take the season series 2-0. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott off play action. Looking deep for Adams. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week, but they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a JAGS first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 44 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Etienne will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. His throw incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. Eluding the pressure right. He completes it to Julio Jones. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. On the option left, Richardson. And a loose football. And the Jags grab it. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on the bootleg here. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gay's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands. Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out too.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing, Prescott. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll try the right side with Henry, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Derrick Henry with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down, here's Richardson. Jones has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
65 catch. Ready.
Richardson off the play fake. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Richardson now on 2nd down. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle because where it goes, that's where you find his body, and he was able to get in there and make a great play.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you You didn't jinx him.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes a field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
46.
Fourth down, Prescott. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down.
Hey, 47.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Here we go, 47.
Play action now, Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day and intercept it.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. A short kick taken at the 18. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 28. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On first down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. And this one too low.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And that will be incomplete as well.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And Gay knocks this one through, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Another tote for Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Quick slant caught by Kirk. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 82 yards now for Etienne, and he's got a first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Tackle made by Grover Stewart.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
The kick by McManus is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So two lead changes already in this third quarter. One side takes the lead with a field goal. The other takes it right back.
And I'm starting to get the feel that it's going to be this way all the way to the end. I hope you feel the same way, because in this particular game, these two are evenly matched. Let's see how it turns out.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On second down, it's Taylor.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
And he will get into the end zone, and it's now a 2-score game as the lead moves to 9. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. He'll keep it himself. And this is going to be a Colts first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Cut 19. Cut 60. Trap 60.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. And he's got Pierce.
And he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Ready.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson.
Oh, he's looking for a touchdown deep for Woods. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes.
Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
19 tight. 19 tight.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson.
Looking downfield for Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Prescott looks to throw on first. He hits Adams complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. A first down throw for Prescott. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown.
Travis Etienne.
His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Richardson looking to throw.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Richardson on the bootleg here.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play, They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
You can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on that defensive side of the ball.
Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay,
he's got a man complete.
And he's going to step out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Richardson to the air on first down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
They juked him.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ready?
Richardson.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Let's go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Go.
One last shot for Richardson.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They